Did you know that your mouth could be silently increasing your risk of stroke without you even realizing it? It's easy to focus on your heart, blood pressure, and medications as you age. But what if the real danger is lurking in an area most people overlook? Your gums. It may sound surprising, but your oral health is deeply connected to your brain and blood vessels. Neglecting your gums could trigger hidden inflammation in your body, raising your risk of stroke, dementia, and even heart attacks. And the scariest part? The signs are often subtle and easy to ignore. A little bleeding while brushing, mild soreness, dry mouth, or loose teeth. Many people dismiss these as just part of getting older. But what if those tiny symptoms were your body's way of waving a red flag? Every year, nearly 800,000 Americans suffer a stroke, and adults over 60 are at the highest risk. While we focus on diet, exercise, and medication, very few realize that the state of your gums could be just as important. Your gums aren't just there to hold your teeth, they're connected to your heart, brain, and immune system. If your gums become inflamed or infected, that inflammation travels throughout your body, quietly increasing your stroke risk. But here's the good news. You have control. With just a few simple changes to your daily routine, you can drastically reduce this risk. And it doesn't require expensive treatments or scary procedures. Just 2 minutes a day of dedicated care for your gums can protect your independence, memory, and even your life. In this video, we're going to uncover 6 powerful reasons why caring for your mouth after the age of 60 could be the most life-saving habit you can build. We'll look at real stories, scientific insights, and simple actions that take no more than a few minutes a day. If you care about your health, your independence, and your future, hit that subscribe button and stay with me. Let's start with the first and perhaps most surprising reason why your gums matter more than you think: the shocking link between gum disease and stroke. Many people don't realize that something as common as gum disease could set the stage for a stroke. But Joe's story proves just how dangerous it can be. At 68, Joe considered himself healthy. He took his blood pressure medication, walked every morning, and ate well. But for years, he ignored his bleeding gums, chalking it up to just getting older. One day, while preparing breakfast, Joe suddenly dropped the coffee pot and couldn't move his right arm. He had suffered a stroke. Doctors were puzzled. His cholesterol was normal, his blood pressure controlled, and he had no family history of stroke. But after a closer look, the one thing that stood out was his oral inflammation levels. His gums were inflamed, and this inflammation had spread throughout his body, silently triggering a stroke. More and more research confirms what we now know. The mouth is not separate from the body. It's an entry point to the rest of your system. When gums are infected, bacteria enter the bloodstream and trigger your immune system to release inflammatory chemicals that damage blood vessels over time. This inflammation weakens blood vessel linings, making them more prone to plaque buildup and clotting, the main causes of stroke. So, take action now. Don't ignore those subtle signs from your mouth. Your gums are more important than you think. Your health depends on it. Builds up most. Floss daily to remove food particles and bacteria that your toothbrush can't reach, and consider using an antimicrobial mouthwash to help reduce inflammation. It's crucial to visit your dentist regularly, at least twice a year, for professional cleanings and checkups. If you're already dealing with bleeding gums, don't wait for it to improve on its own. Seek advice from a dental professional to get a treatment plan that could prevent further damage. The earlier you address these signs, the easier it is to reverse the damage. It's not just about keeping your teeth, it's about protecting your overall health. The longer you wait, the harder it is to reverse the damage, and the higher your risk for severe complications like stroke, dementia, and heart disease. So, if you've been ignoring the signs of gum disease, bleeding, soreness, or even just dry mouth, now's the time to make a change. It's easy to dismiss these things, but your gums are sending you a very clear message that shouldn't be ignored. Take care of your mouth, and it will take care of you. Your gums aren't just for chewing food, they play a significant role in maintaining your overall health, especially as you age. Your health and safety are worth those few minutes of attention each day. By brushing, flossing, and seeking professional care, you can reduce your risk of stroke and other serious health issues, and improve your overall well-being. Don't wait for your body to signal louder than necessary. Take action now, before it's too late. It's incredible but true. The bacteria from your mouth can travel throughout your entire body, including your brain, and this silent threat could be affecting your mental health. For years, the connection between oral health and cognitive function was underestimated, but science is now shedding light on the critical link between the two. Take John, for example. At 74, he was a Vietnam veteran who prided himself on his strength and resilience. But despite his tough exterior, he began to notice small memory lapses, forgetting where he placed things, losing track of appointments, and getting lost in places he had visited countless times. While his family dismissed it as senior moments, his doctor became concerned when they also discovered recurring gum infections. John's inflamed gums and bleeding, which had been ongoing for years, turned out to be linked to something more serious. What's happening in your mouth doesn't stay just there. It can spread. The harmful bacteria that thrive in infected gums can make their way into your bloodstream and cross the blood-brain barrier. Once they enter the brain, they can trigger inflammation, which is now understood to play a major role in the development of neurodegenerative diseases, such as Alzheimer's. Research from top institutions, including Harvard and the University of Illinois, has found the same gum bacteria, Porphyromonas gingivalis, present in the brains of people diagnosed with Alzheimer's. This highlights a critical point. What you do for your gums could be just as important for your brain health as it is for your overall well-being. By addressing gum disease, you may be doing more than just protecting your smile. You could be helping to safeguard your memory and cognitive function as well. What this means is that oral infections and chronic inflammation can have far-reaching effects, going well beyond your gums and directly impacting your memory, decision-making abilities, and even your emotional state. This process is a bit like trying to use a computer that is full of glitches. You may be able to turn it on, but it won't function properly. This is what happens when the brain is inflamed. It disrupts communication between neurons, impairing cognitive function. The good news is that you can take steps to protect yourself. It all starts with daily oral care, brushing and flossing properly. The power of good oral hygiene goes beyond just keeping your smile bright. It's also about protecting your brain and mental well-being. For seniors, using an antibacterial mouthwash can help reduce harmful bacteria and protect against oral infections. Regular dental checkups are essential for catching early signs of gum disease before they escalate into more serious health problems. If you wear dentures or bridges, make sure to clean them thoroughly to prevent bacteria buildup. So when you take a moment each day to care for your mouth, you are not just caring for your teeth. You are protecting your brain and ensuring your long-term mental health. It's easy to overlook the connection, but now you know. Your gums play a huge role in your overall well-being. Take action now. Your future self will thank you for it. But when not properly maintained, they can turn into a hidden threat to your health. Dentures are meant to help restore function, allowing you to eat, speak, and smile with confidence. However, they can also be breeding grounds for harmful bacteria, fungi, and plaque if not cleaned regularly. This can lead to gum infections, irritation, and more serious issues like sores or even inflammation that can travel throughout your body. Take the case of George, a 78-year-old retiree who had been wearing dentures for several years. He thought he was doing everything right by cleaning them daily, but he wasn't using the right products, and his cleaning routine was lacking. Over time, George began experiencing discomfort and soreness in his gums, but he didn't think much of it. He assumed it was just part of getting older. But soon after, he started feeling fatigued and began having trouble swallowing. When George finally visited his dentist, he was diagnosed with an infection in his gums caused by bacteria that had been living in his dentures. This infection triggered an inflammatory response and the bacteria spread, affecting his overall health. It became clear that improper care of his dentures had led to a silent but dangerous escalation. So, how can you prevent this from happening to you? It all starts with the right care routine. First, always clean your dentures after every meal. Use a soft brush designed specifically for dentures and a non-abrasive cleaner to avoid damaging them. Soaking your dentures overnight in a cleansing solution will help kill bacteria and keep them fresh. Additionally, never skip regular visits to your dentist. Dentures need to be checked for fit and hygiene regularly, and your dentist can advise you on how to prevent the buildup of harmful bacteria. If you notice any irritation, sores, or unusual discomfort, don't ignore it. Promptly seek professional help to prevent infections from spreading. But it's not just about cleaning your dentures, it's about taking care of your gums as well. Gums that are healthy and strong provide a good foundation for your dentures. If you wear dentures, it's important to maintain a daily routine that includes brushing your gums with a soft toothbrush and using mouthwash to reduce the risk of bacteria buildup. By staying proactive, you can keep your dentures working for you and not against you, protecting your oral health and, by extension, your overall health. Don't let something as simple as improper denture care affect your quality of life. Your mouth is a powerful entryway into your overall well-being, and as we've seen, caring for your oral health can help prevent a range of serious health issues, from strokes to infections and cognitive decline. Make your mouth a priority, because what happens in your mouth doesn't just stay there, it impacts your entire body. In the next section, we'll continue to uncover the critical role oral health plays in overall wellness, including the powerful link between your mouth and your immune system. Stay tuned for more life-changing tips on how to protect your health, starting with your smile. And it quietly wreaks havoc on your body without showing obvious symptoms until it's too late. Inflammation is your immune system's response to harmful stimuli, such as infections or injuries. When inflammation becomes chronic, it can lead to serious health conditions, including heart disease, stroke, and even dementia. The problem is that chronic inflammation often doesn't cause pain or discomfort, which means it can go undetected for years. Let's take Linda, for example, a 78-year-old retiree. She had always been active and maintained a healthy lifestyle, but over the years she started noticing subtle changes. She felt more fatigued, had trouble concentrating, and occasionally experienced mild headaches. Her doctors couldn't find any major health issues, and her physical exams were normal. But when Linda's gum disease worsened, her doctor took a closer look at her inflammation markers, and they were alarmingly high. It was then that the connection was made. Her chronic gum disease had been fueling inflammation in her body for years. This chronic inflammation had contributed to her fatigue, cognitive difficulties, and a higher risk of stroke. The silent killer was in full force, and Linda had been unaware. But after starting a consistent oral health routine, regular brushing, flossing, and visits to the dentist, she saw improvements in her overall health. Not only did her gums become healthier, but her energy levels rose and her cognitive function improved. She even felt more focused and mentally sharp. Why does this happen? When your gums are inflamed, bacteria can easily enter your bloodstream. These bacteria don't just stay in your mouth, they spread through your system, triggering systemic inflammation. This chronic inflammation affects your blood vessels, leading to plaque buildup and narrowing of the arteries, which increases the risk of stroke, heart disease, and other conditions. The good news is that inflammation can be controlled, and you can make a significant difference by taking charge of your oral health. Simple steps like brushing your teeth twice a day, flossing, using an antibacterial mouthwash, and seeing your dentist regularly can help reduce the inflammation that may be silently affecting your health. Remember, it's not just about keeping your teeth clean. It's about protecting your body from the hidden dangers of chronic inflammation. When you prioritize your oral health, you're not just preserving your smile, you're investing in your overall health and well-being. So, if you're over 60 and haven't been paying enough attention to your oral health, now is the time to start. Your gums are more connected to your overall health than you might think, and just a few minutes a day can make a world of difference. Start protecting your health with the simple act of brushing your teeth. Your body will thank you for it. Also learned how dry mouth, often ignored as just a nuisance, can create the perfect breeding ground for harmful bacteria, leading to infections and increased inflammation. And perhaps most surprisingly, We discovered that even the bacteria lurking in dentures can silently fuel this process, increasing your risk of stroke and other serious health conditions. But here's the empowering part. You don't have to wait for a warning sign to take action. By practicing proper oral hygiene, including daily brushing and flossing, using antimicrobial mouthwash, and scheduling regular dental checkups, you are taking simple steps that can significantly reduce your risk of stroke and improve your overall health. It may seem small, but caring for your mouth is one of the most effective ways to protect your brain, heart, and body as you age. Every time you brush, floss, and visit the dentist, you're not just maintaining a smile, you're safeguarding your health and longevity. As we age, we often forget how powerful small habits can be. But now that you know how vital your oral health is for stroke prevention, take control of your future today. Your gums are the gateway to your body, and it's never too late to start taking care of them. If this video has inspired you to rethink your oral health routine and take action, I encourage you to leave a comment below. Share with us how you're going to take care of your mouth from now on, and don't forget to subscribe to stay informed about more tips for protecting your health. Your well-being is in your hands, and it starts with the small choices you make every day. Thank you for watching, and here's to a healthier, longer life ahead. In this video, we explored the hidden health risks that come with ignoring oral hygiene, especially as we age. We talked about how bleeding gums should never be dismissed as a normal part of getting older. They are warning signs, signaling that something deeper might be at play. We also discovered the invisible connection between your mouth and brain, where harmful bacteria can enter the bloodstream and increase the risk of memory loss and cognitive decline. Next, we delved into how dry mouth, often caused by common medications, reduces saliva and creates an environment where bacteria can thrive. We also looked at how unclean dentures can harbor dangerous microbes, inflaming your body and increasing your risk of serious health issues like stroke. Lastly, we learned how chronic inflammation, often caused by poor oral hygiene, is one of the most silent yet deadly threats to your health after 60. The most important takeaway here is that every single one of these risks can be reduced by taking simple and proactive steps. It doesn't require a fortune, a hospital visit, or complicated treatments. It just takes awareness, intention, and starting with something as small and simple as caring for your mouth. You are not powerless. It's never too late to take control of your health. You can start today, one toothbrush, one habit, one choice at a time. The goal isn't just to live longer, but to live longer with clarity, energy, and freedom. And it starts with small daily choices that protect your health. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If any part of this video made you stop and think, I would love to hear from you. Please share in the comments what surprised you the most or what change you're planning to make starting today. Your thoughts, stories, and experiences truly matter, not just to me, but to everyone in this community. If you found this video helpful, please consider sharing it with a friend or loved one. You never know, it might be exactly what they need to hear right now. Take care of yourself, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep smiling and keep brushing.